I still remember the day I realized I had nothing. Not in a dramatic way, not in a movie scene with rain pouring kind of way, just quietly. I was standing outside my school, holding a torn bag that barely held my books together. My shoes were worn out, my uniform faded, and my stomach empty. But what hurt the most wasn't the hunger. It was the way people looked at me. Like I didn't belong, like I was invisible. My name is Millie, and I grew up in a world where survival came before dreams. My mother worked in different homes, cleaning floors that would never be ours. My father, well, he left when I was too young to even remember his face clearly. All I knew was his absence. Still, my mother had one rule. Education is your way out, she used to say. So I studied, even when the lights went out, even when my classmates laughed, even when teachers ignored me, because I believed one day things would change. And they did, but not in the way I expected, because the real story of my life didn't begin with poverty. It began with trust and how it was broken. There was a girl in my class named Rhea. She was everything I wasn't. Confident, popular, effortlessly perfect. And for some reason, she chose me. At first, I didn't understand why. She started sitting next to me, sharing her notes, even offering me lunch. "You're smarter than everyone here," she once told me with a smile. "You just don't know it yet." That was the first time someone saw me, really saw me, and I believed her. Slowly, she became my closest friend. I told her everything about my struggles, my dreams, my fears. She would listen quietly, nodding like she understood. But what I didn't know that day was that not everyone who stands beside you is standing for you. And sometimes, the person who lifts you up is the same one waiting to watch you fall.
Things started changing when the scholarship exams were announced. It was my only chance. A full scholarship to a top college, a real escape from the life I was living. I studied harder than I ever had before. Late nights, early mornings, no distractions. Except Rhea. At first, she seemed supportive. "You'll definitely win this," she said. "I'll help you prepare." And she did. She brought me extra materials, shared important topics, even helped me revise. I trusted her completely. Until everything changed. A week before the exam, something strange happened. My teacher called me into the office. There was a serious look on her face. "Millie, we've received a complaint." My heart dropped. "A complaint?" I whispered. She nodded. "Someone reported that you were cheating during practice tests." I froze. Cheating? That word didn't even belong in my world. "I would never," I tried to explain, but she interrupted. "There's also evidence." Evidence. My mind went blank. Then she showed me photos of my notebook with answers written in advance. Notes that looked like I had somehow gotten the exam questions early. But I knew those notes. I had written them during study sessions with Rhea. Suddenly, everything started making sense. The extra materials, the important topics, the help. It wasn't help. It was a setup. I felt like the ground had disappeared beneath me. "Who reported this?" I asked, my voice barely steady. But deep down, I already knew. Still, hearing it broke something inside me. Rhea. That one word shattered everything. I walked out of that office feeling empty, not angry, not even crying, just hollow. The girl I trusted more than anyone had destroyed me. When I confronted her, she didn't even deny it. She just looked at me, calmly. "I had to," she said. "Had to?" I repeated. "You were going to win," she replied, and I couldn't let that happen. Her words were sharp, but her tone was soft, like this was normal, like betrayal was just a decision. "I worked hard for this," I said. "And so did I too," she answered. "But you had sympathy. People liked your story." I stared at her, unable to recognize the person in front of me. "This isn't fair," I whispered. She shrugged. "Life isn't fair, Millie." And just like that, she walked away. leaving me with nothing again. Except this time, it wasn't poverty. It was betrayal. For days, I couldn't focus. The scholarship was gone. My reputation, damaged. People looked at me differently. Whispers followed me. And for a moment, I thought she had won. But something inside me refused to stay broken. Because I had lost everything before. And I had survived. So I made a decision. If she wanted to destroy me, I wouldn't fight her. I would rise above her and let the truth do the rest.
I didn't clear my name immediately. I didn't beg or argue. Instead, I waited, and I prepared, because I knew one thing about truth: it doesn't stay hidden forever. A few weeks later, the school announced a final review for top students before the scholarship selection. A monitored test. No notes, no help, no excuses. Just pure ability. I saw it as my chance. Not for revenge, but for justice. Ria was confident, as always. She walked into that exam room like she had already won. But this time, she didn't have control. The test was harder than expected. Questions that required deep understanding, not memorization, not shortcuts. I wrote every answer with calm determination, because this time, no one could take it away from me. When the results were announced, the room was silent. Millie Khan, highest score. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. Then, applause. Real applause. Not out of sympathy, but respect. And Ria? She didn't even make the top 5. For the first time, she looked lost, exposed. The truth didn't need proof anymore. It revealed itself. The school quietly reopened my case, and eventually, my name was cleared. Not with drama, not with confrontation, but with quiet truth. As for Ria, she never apologized, but she didn't need to, because her silence said everything. And me? I got the scholarship. I left that place, and I built a life I once only dreamed of. But here's the part that matters most. I didn't forget where I came from. Today, I run a small program, helping girls like me, girls who feel invisible, girls who think they don't belong. I give them books, support, and most importantly, belief. Because sometimes that's all someone needs. Looking back now, I don't see Ria as my enemy. I see her as a lesson, a painful one, but necessary. Because she didn't destroy me, she revealed me. And here's what I've learned. Not everyone who smiles at you supports you. Not every helping hand is genuine. But your strength, that's something no one can take, no matter how hard they try. And sometimes the best revenge is not proving them wrong, it's proving yourself right. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by those closest to you, know that you are stronger than the pain. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And remember, keep blooming. If you like my story, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it.